All right, we're gonna continue on with our clean progression. Just went over some high hang cleans. So right after the clean drills, let's get a couple more reps just to refresh the memory. Down and up shrug. I wanna really emphasize the straight arm shrug. To help delay that elbow bend, if I'm starting to get that little early pull, I might drive those knuckles to point down to the ground, exaggerate a little bit. That'll help keep them straight just a little bit longer. So emphasize the straight arm shrug, big deep breath, shrug and drop. Okay, now going into that 4-count hang position, similar to how we did last week. I want to go over those 4 positions. So first is the bottom of my trigger. I should feel like I'm back on my heels still nice and vertical in the upper body. And from here, I want to feel like I can be explosive from here with that pull of the trigger and that jump and shrug, okay? So in that position, the bottom of the dip, that's position 1. From here, now I want to reach the butt back and hinge over. Now the pipe slides down the thighs. And when I'm in this position, I'm a couple inches above the knees, knuckles are still pointed down a little bit more, chest is up, and from here I'm still driving those shoulder blades downward a little bit, pinching them down. Now I also want to feel that pipe pressure in the thigh. I need that force still pushing in that direction and maintained, and I want to feel that in the thigh right there. Okay, that's going to be my cue to accelerate up once I transition lower to the ground. Okay, from here I also want vertical shin in this position. If I have too much knee bend, now I don't have the hamstring engagement that I'm going to want. So this is my second position right here. Third position, I'm returning to the trigger, so I need to keep a good sized knee bend here, and I'm lifting the chest and I'm taking the pipe back into that takeoff position, ready to take off vertically upward. And I want to watch out for that bar starting to float away from you in the firing, okay? So once I rise the chest up, from here I want to still stay back on my heels. The 4 is the pull of the trigger. So altogether it's going to look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, that vertical firing of the bar. Now the purpose of this drill is to really work on this transition from 2 to 3. So I'm going to do several reps, just kind of going back and forth in this position, and I want to start to transition that 3 and 4 into one movement. So after a few reps, I'm gonna go 3, 4, and I'm starting to turn it into one movement: the lift of the chest and the extension. Now after a few reps, let's go ahead and on the 4, let's go ahead and finish under, lift and up, putting it all together. When I reach the butt back into that second position, now I'm not going to pause down there. I'm just going to feel a stretch. That's my cue to rise. So I'll lead with the dip still, reach for that stretch and up. I'm going to try to pause in my catch every rep as best as I can, just to kind of test out my stability in that bottom position. So this is my hang clean. Leading with the dip, reach for that stretch, shrug and drop. Okay, now I'm going to go back to that second position as I'm transitioning lower and lower to the ground. Keep your chest up. Now from here, I'm going to start to squat just below the knee a couple inches, and I want to squat that back to that second position. I should be very familiar with this second position with the vertical shin, a couple inches above the knee, and that pipe pressure. I need to feel that. So keeping the chest up, I'll do 4 or 5 reps, focusing on keeping that back angle very similar all the way through. Now I'll transition a little bit lower. This is a good squat start. Back on my heels still. From here, take a big deep breath, keeping my chest up as I rise to the thigh, back down. Okay, now very slow. Once I get to the thigh, I'm gonna rise and jump it up. Let's go ahead and reset. Butt down, good squat start. I want to squeeze this off the ground and go slow to the thigh and then accelerate. This is the full. So if I'm starting the full from here, I'm going to hinge until I pass the knee. Once I pass the knee, I'm gonna exaggerate that squat, coming back up to the thigh, and up. So the whole 3-position clean, we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna go from the high hang, using the leg drive to get it up. Then I'll go into the hang. Then my 3rd rep will be a full. It's gonna look like this. So I deadlift it up first. From here, high hang. Reset, hook grip, lead with the dip, reach, and rise it up. Reset, mid shin to the thigh and up. And then we'll work on that split jerk next.